Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today we are going to be looking at another quick battle. I think our battles are going to start getting a little bit more complicated, a little closer, because I've just gotten sub 500 on the leaderboard. So currently I'm 485 with 72 wins. And so now I'm going to start going up against some really good people who know what they're doing with their factions. So we're probably going to start seeing some more Pyrrhic victories and close victories rather than decisive victories, which should be more fun for you guys. So today we're going to take a look at a Dwarf versus Chaos build, or battle. I'm going to be playing the Dwarves. So he very much builds a army that surprised me. Yeah, I really like this build. I didn't see. Oh boy. Great. I clicked fight battle. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I very much built this army to deal with a lot more armor. But the vast majority of the things he brought, the 5 Chaos Marauders and the 2 Forsaken, I'm going to have a hard time dealing with, just because I only have armor piercing damage, and they won't be as good against lightly armored troops like the Marauders. The Miners especially will fail spectacularly. Anyway, so he deploys over here. I'll pause and go through. So I have my typical dwarf anti-armor build. I've got 2 Rangers with great weapons on each side. I've got 3 Miners, 1 in the back, 2 in the main line. I got 2 Longbeards with great weapons, and then just holding up the center with the Runesmith is these Dwarf Warriors, just because I had the money. I have 2 Gyrocopters, a unit of Thunderers, a Runesmith, 2 Thanes, and Grombrindle. You can see him too in my campaign videos, my Grombrindle campaign. I've been having a lot of fun with that one. And I have a cannon. My cannon is immediately going to open fire on his Hell Cannon. He has 2 Forsaken, 1 on each side. He's got 2 Chaos Trolls armored, and they're going to be one of the major threats I want to be taking off the field early, just because I only have 1 really unit of Thunderers, and I see this huge line, and I realize my Ulthar's Rangers were going to be a bad pick, just because I'm not going to be able to protect them. And so you can see in this battle I don't even try. I use them like frontline infantry. He has 5 Chaos Marauders in his main line, 2 Chosen, which I didn't see. I saw this army and I was like, there's no way he can afford any Chosen with the army setup he has, but he can. That was just silly of me. He's got 2 Aspiring Champions. He's got this Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Fire, and he's got a Hell Cannon. So I'm going to start opening fire on the Hell Cannon with my cannon. And I'm going to move my line to go towards him, and I'm going to send a Gyrocopter after each Chaos Troll. Oof. And just start to get some early damage on them. You're going to see me try to use bombs, fail. A Great Cannon actually misses a lot, but luckily so does his Hell Cannon. So it evens out. Oh, it's looking bad, but it just goes straight over. It's so lucky. Anyway, so yeah, he's going to advance. You can see my Gyrocopters are going to open fire here. And they actually don't do that much damage, which is surprising to me. And if I'd seen the Chosen, I would have switched targets, but I just didn't. You can see me dropping some bombs. Just shooting the Chaos Trolls on this side too. So my Thunders here are going to open fire on these Chaos Marauders. Not a super good choice. But I thought they were all Marauders, so I didn't know I would be shooting at anything different. And if my Thunderers are going to shoot at a unit, this is what my Thunderers, this is what the Chaos player wants my Thunderers to be shooting at. These really cheap anti-armor units. See my cannon still firing. My Gyrocopters pestering his trolls. yeah, I'm going to send my miners in here, and I'm going to kind of disrupt my line a little bit and send some support to that left flank. You're going to see my Rangers opening fire here. He kind of blobs up on me here, which is nice. I don't get a very good charge here. Oh, God. Horrible. Anyway, so my Thunders here are going to try and shoot at these Chosen right here. And you're going to see my Rangers. They're going to lose terribly to these guys, even though they're damaged. I still have this Miners unit in reserve, and you can see my Thunderers just getting decimated here. I'm going to pop some Runesmith abilities, and you can see my Ranger here already routing to this Chosen. And that's when I noticed the Chosen on the field. So you're going to see me switch targets over here to this Chosen. Brombrindle, of course, is going to go straight into the Chosen and the Chaos Lord, where he's going to be doing the most good. Oh, here you can see the Chaos Marauders route. He doesn't, luckily, he's not microing this very well. And my guys get a couple of volleys in here. You can see my Thunderers lining up for shots here. And that's perfect. This is what the Thunderers, where these Thunderers want to be shooting, right into the side of Chosen. And you can see right when he just puts these guys in, my Rangers rout almost immediately. You can see I shot and scared off these Armored Trolls, and I'm going to start turning and shooting into these those Chosen. These Trolls are going to get a glorious rear charge here, and that's when I'm going to turn my Thunderers to start shooting at these guys, at the Trolls. Just I need to get them off the field. It seems like my guys are slightly glitched onto these Chosen, which is sad. I think it's disrupting some of their firing patterns. But you're going to see them open fire here, and the Trolls are not going to like that, so they're going to rout. My Runesmith holding up this side of the battle along with the Dwarf Warriors. My Thanes here, basically all alone. Their units of miners that they were supporting are gone. You can see Grombrindle took a decent amount of damage from those Chosen, just because they have such good stats, and Grombrindle's just chasing this Chaos Sorcerer Lord around. Getting nice rear charges here. My cannon is shooting at these Trolls to try and make sure they stay off the battlefield. You can see he's moving up his Hell Cannon now. And these Chosen have finally cut through my Longbeards, and now they're going to decimate these Thunderers. My Thane over here fighting off these two units, keeping them occupied. My Gyrocopters, you can see they're running out of ammo now, and I'm going to start bringing them down into the fight soon. Just to, I'm going to target these Forsaken, because I think that's what they have the best chance against. Just because of their low armor piercing value and these guys' low damage output on the ground. I'm just trying to give my cannon as much shooting time, give my Thanes as much time as they can to keep trying to do something about these guys. You can see he targeted my Runesmith here with those Chosen and his Sorcerer Lord, and I'm gonna be babying him the rest of the battle to keep his runes alive. I really want to keep casting that Rune of Wrath and Ruin, either on the Sorcerer Lord or on some Chosen, or on some Trolls. I think it would be best against the Trolls. Yeah, you can see that I'm kind of winning this side of the battle. The Chaos Sorcerer Lord is not going to like that when he's by himself. So I'm going to mob over here into this fight to try and support this Thane. I'm going to pop my healing potion here, just to make sure he doesn't rout out on this side by himself. My cannon's turned around and they're shooting into this battle. But they got caught by this small unit of Marauders, and there's not really anything I can do about that. You can see my Thane's just keeping a lot of his troops occupied. My Gyrocopters keeping these guys occupied. They're definitely not going to like fighting those Chaos Marauders, though. I almost got the Sorcerer Lord, but he manages to slip away every time. There's a whole bunch of units over here that I forget about, and I don't notice them, but I'm going to start bringing them back in soon. Lucky he didn't bring this Troll back earlier, or this battle might have gone differently. But you can see he finally won this flank, got rid of some of the Gyrocopters. Not good for me. But you can see my Thane over here, now full health. He's going to beast out this fight just fine. And that's when I noticed this Hell Cannon. I don't know what he's doing with it, but he's moving it up. And he's going to start targeting this blob soon, which is, it's going to enjoy that fight. You can see I cast Rune of Wrath and Ruin. I'm really just trying to break the morale here of these guys. He charges straight into Grombrindle, but luckily I have the Rune of Negation and the Oath and Steel, so he's not going to die from that charge. And he's going to keep recharging that Smoke Bomb. My Gyrocopter is going to come in here, flanking charge. And I'm going to pull off this Longbeard to go countercharge this Chosen. I really don't want these Chosen fighting into my flank. Oh, you can see right there. He kind of hit his own men, but he also hit my guys, so it seems like a trade. Here I'm going to open fire with these Ulthar's Rangers into the side of this Chosen. And that is the perfect spot for an Ulthar's Rangers. They're not going to like that, but there's so few units that they don't really do that much damage. But you're going to see them rout just from that morale penalty. You see, I won this fight here in the middle just because of my Thane and my Runesmith and Grombrindle. And I'm going to send this dead, out of ammo Gyrocopter to chase off his Sorcerer Lord. You're gonna see him bring these trolls back in finally, and I'm gonna rush this Hell Cannon because I know if it gets a shot off, it could like rout this Dwarf Warrior or one of my other units. And I'm gonna bring this Ulthar's Ranger in to try and rout it before it can get to me. It's gonna eat those Longbeards alive, but any chance I get to start breaking the morale of these guys early before they hit my main troops is important. These guys are really cool. I love the blue and red theme. But you're going to see, yeah, it hurts their morale a lot. The loss of the Lord, plus getting shot with armor-piercing missiles. I finally finish off this Hell Cannon. I'm going to charge one Thane over into these guys to block the charge, and I'm going to run the other Thane into the trolls. I'm also going to Wrath and Ruin them, which they're not going to like. You can see I popped all my Runesmith abilities right before they got in to limit the damage there. Yeah, and I managed to win the game there. My Gyrocopter's still chasing off the Chaos Sorcerer. But yeah, that was a really fun game. I liked the matchup of Chaos versus Chaos versus Dwarves. I've definitely built this army to deal with a more elite set of troops, and not this lightly armored infantry blob. If I thought that this is what he was going to bring, I wouldn't have brought these Ulthar's Rangers, and I would have brought a lot more Dwarf Warriors, because Dwarf Warriors supported by a Runesmith are going to eat Chaos Marauders alive. Because the Dwarf Warriors are good against unarmored opponents, and the Chaos Marauders just aren't very good. Aren't a very good unit. Yeah, I do like the Chaos Trolls armored. I might have brought one, what's it called? One of their new flying units to at least distract any Gyrocopters the Dwarf would have brought. That would have just been a good way to protect these guys and stop them from taking early fire from my Gyrocopters. That allowed them to really chevron up here and really get my money's worth out of those. Anyways, great battle to my opponent, and that's that.